I want to give you a few things and a few of these devices that we can use to shrink a ring size. Now, of course, there's videos where you can cut and you can solder and reshape a ring. That becomes problematic if it has gemstones in it because the heat could damage those. So that's a whole nother subject, but it is a common method to cut the ring and actually cut a section of it out to resize it. There's also laser welding, which is really interesting. I wanted to show you a video on that, but all the content is copyrighted. The graphic that I put on the thumbnail is kind of showing you how that works, but laser welding can actually add thickness to the inside of the ring and change. You could easily change a half size to a size by utilizing laser welding. Pretty cool technique. I recommend you go to Amazon and maybe look up laser welders. They're pretty expensive, several $1,000s. A medium-sized one being $6,000 to $10,000, but they're kind of cool. Maybe not for the average person. I don't think I'll be getting one soon, but we could talk about how that works. Maybe I'll do another video on that if you're interested. But let's go into all the techniques that I have right now to demonstrate to you on how to shrink a ring size. All right, we have these little curly cues here. They different sizes that we have, 4 different sizes. You can get this on eBay or Amazon. This is a ring size right here of looks like a 21. It's 11. It's an 11. So I wear size 10, I think, on my ring finger. So you could theoretically get this started while it's on your ring, on your finger rather, and you could just start twirling it and it'll go right on there, and then you would just stop at whatever size you're comfortable with. So right there, it would fit right there if I wanted that fit. Again, that was a 10 to begin with, but now what we've done is effectively shrunk it down about 1/3 of a size there. It says it is 11. So we've actually shrunk it down. If we go a little tighter, yeah, we shrunk it down to about a 10, from an 11 to a 10. Quite a bit of coils there, but you know, normally you shouldn't need to. If it's a ring that fit you at one time, hopefully you're not, you know, gaining or losing a whole one size. But if you need to wear that ring for an event or something, that's a way you can do it. If you have a thinner band, which I don't really have a thinner band here, you can use the thinner material. So these are good on rings that have a more narrow diameter on them. I did see that I could use it on this double half round here. That was possible when I was playing with it. It's a little harder to get it started, but it is possible to just take and get this going and then just help it along a little bit. So it could fit on bigger ring material, but again, you got to kind of help it along here. It's not going on as easy as it would if this were a thinner band. So there you go. Now I could definitely see that that ring is smaller. It's going to fit about a size 7, or I could squeeze it to even fit a little bit, maybe even a 7.5. Without these bands on it, let's take these off. We're looking at about a 10, solid 10 right there. Nice turquoise ring there. I got videos to show you how to make these too. Okay, so that's the first idea, the coils. You can try those. Here's one that's kind of cool. These little clips. You could put these on your ring with a little bit of jeweler's glue if you wanted. What I like about these is they work for smaller band thickness and also thicker. And let me hold it up there so you can see it a little better. You can see it looks kind of like a little bone. So this would just go up in here, and then you could slide your finger in there, and there you go. You can see that's holding that pretty tight right there. So effectively, we just took this and made it to about an 8.5, and then in reality, it was an 11.5 there. So quite a big difference. That's 11, minus 11 it says. Okay. But the thing I like about these, again, is you can get the thickness for a thicker band. So like on this ring here, it's a nice wedding ring with a diamond, white gold. I'm kind of allergic to white gold, so I don't wear that anymore. But you can see that makes that ring actually stay on this finger. I could put some jeweler's glue on there if I wanted to glue that on there without damaging the material. I'm sure you could use other types of glue if you want. That's up to you. But it works for any different size. Pretty cool. Kind of like those for a quick solution. They're not very visible. You don't really notice them, honestly, when they're on there. They're not showing up. So these, I really like these little guys here. Pretty cool. This kit right here actually came with coils, quite a few different sizes, like the other kit, with 4 different coils. And it comes with some nice instructions here on how to use the coil, and then also how to use these silver or metal clips, more permanent solution if you so desired. There's all different sizes, smaller ones for a smaller ring, bigger ones for bigger rings. Let's say we want, well, let me take my wedding ring here, for example. There, this one here. I did it earlier. Let's see. Let's try. Yeah, I think. Let's see. Let's try this one. Okay. So we would just put this on here, and you would bend it a little bit if you want to whatever size you want. They're adjustable, right? So some people will use these typically on a ring that has the thinner type of rings, but you could use it with a bigger band as well. So just crimp this with some probably smooth pliers. I have some smooth pliers right here. These ones, yeah, these are smooth. There's no groove on them, so this is good. Yeah, so I just squeeze this here, and then you can kind of bend that down. Same thing here, push that up. Okay. Bend this down. Okay. Then try to push it down this way. Okay. This one. Oops. Not as easy as it looks, but okay. Could get it a little tighter. Pinch it over a little bit. There we go. So that one's pretty tight. Oh, wait, this one's not tight enough. Let's get this one here. Okay, there we go. So now it's on there pretty tight. Now this center part is adjustable. We could pull that out a little bit. Right there. it's out a little bit. We could push it in more, whatever we want, and then just keep tightening everything until it's nice and tight again. So you're going to keep adjusting it. But anyway, for the demonstration here, you can see it fits pretty well. We've easily taken it from, I think I wear a size 10. It's about an 8.5. If you push it in more, you could probably get it down to about a 9.5 right there. If we take this all the way off, okay, size it again, you can see that that is definitely a little bit bigger than a 10. I've stretched it a little bit bigger than a 10 because my fingers are getting fat. So the metal ring shrinkers or whatever are another alternative. They come in different colors. You can get them in gold, different materials. It's always good to have a variety of mandrels when you do this. Okay, then there's the tubing, slit tubing technique. You can go buy some tubing at the hardware store if you can find the smallest stuff, or you can buy a little ring size kit that they call it the ring noodle. The ring noodle, I don't know if that's a trademark or what that is. This would be for a smaller thickness band, like a wedding band or whatnot. I find they go on easiest. The slit's on the top right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a slit right there. It opens up. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. It's easiest, I find, if you slip it on this way on the top. It is kind of a pain, but I will get it on there. I guarantee you that. I don't flick it across the room. Okay, so I got it started, then turn it. And as you turn it, you can push it on. Okay. So this one's maybe a little too thin for this thick of a band. But a normal wedding ring's not going to be quite that thick. So you can see that has made that fit pretty good. It's now a size 9 3/4. Without it, it would have been a 11.5. So we definitely could change it. These can be cut shorter to take up less room. I would say the thicker one would, you would use if you needed to really shrink the ring a lot. Now for the last idea, this is actually, where'd it go? A cell phone screen protector. This one, I just picked any old one. I don't even have a Samsung, but there it is. You can buy the plastic. Here's some of it right here. I cut a length off right here. I basically just rolled this ring down it, cut it with just a normal pair of scissors, and then I had it glued in here. Or not glued, it has sticky on it. Now, if you do this with like an X-Acto knife or something, it's going to be, better. It has a tape. You peel the tape off. If you do on the edge, you'll have the edge that you can peel off, which helps. But this effectively will shrink the ring. And so let's see here. It's not sticking so good anymore because I took it off earlier, but I will try to kind of put it on there for you. So it's not sticking like it was before, but it sticks in there, and then it makes that ring fit a lot better. Ring size, again, I wear about, you can see it's slipping off, darn it. I wear about a 10. It's definitely taking it down about a half size. But you could theoretically do 2 layers. Now, I'm not going to do 2 layers, but what I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut this and show you how it works. So this is just, I'm eyeballing it. I could, I should measure it and do it better, but just for demonstration purposes, this is sufficient. It doesn't have to be the perfect size, right? Okay, there it is. It takes a little finagling to get it in there. And if you drop it, it will probably stick to whatever you drop it to.
but I think it's pretty, you can get it to stick in there. And, oops. Let's see, let me get my hand over here in the camera. I got a bad habit of get my hand out of the camera. Okay, there we go, it's in there. Now you could theoretically cut it wider and then come back with a X-Acto knife and trim the edges if you get it stuck on there really good. So see, it does stick on there good once it's on there. You know, you can clean it with some rubbing alcohol. I should have done that. And then put it on. So there, see? It fits perfect. And actually, because it's a plastic, it seems to grip pretty good. It does have some gription. You don't really see it there. I mean, I could trim it right there with an X-Acto knife. You could put 2 layers in here. Just be sure to clean the oil of your hand off again, and then you would have that second layer. So that's really nice. Would be hard to do in a really thin ring, but definitely possible. So you've got a lot of different options there. There's also ring shrinkers that where a type of ring like this where you don't have a stone and it's kind of rounded here. There are ring shrinkers. They use them for coin rings. And I didn't find my shrinker. I do have a shrinker, but this basically, the ring shrinker has a tapered edge in it, and you put that in there, and then the other side fits over the top, and it just pushes it inward, and you beat it. You put the one piece on top. Not, this isn't the right one, but it would cup in there and shrink it. And if you go back and watch my video on coin rings, you'll see I believe I have the shrinker in there, and demonstrate how to use the ring shrinker for a coin ring. But it would also work for a band like this, a standard band. It would probably scar it up a bit. You'd have to polish it and buff it out when you were done. But so I hope you enjoyed this. I've given you a lot of non-invasive or ways to actually shrink your ring size where you don't need a torch and all of that. So I hope you appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Radical Rocks. Check out the t-shirt, Radical Rocks. I got some more designs coming your way that I think you're going to really like. I'm having them custom designed. They're for real rock hounds. And well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions or anything, let me know. Again, stay tuned for our content for subscribers, and look forward to interacting with you again. And until next time, remember, rock hounds don't die, they petrify.